All right, I'm going to go ahead and click ready then. Good luck.
Good luck, good luck, good luck.
All righty. 3, 2, 1, go. Oops. Oh, yeah, we didn't get the countdown because we were in the wrong channel. But you saw the text countdown, right?
Oh, it's muted. It's still bugged, you know?
I think we're just in the wrong channel. We're not in the high-quality channel. So.
Yeah, but I thought the bots didn't say anything for the longest time.
Oh, the bot's not been counting down still? Oh, either way.
I don't think so.
Long story short, you started, right?
Of course.
Okay, just
I'm
making...
not getting good stacks, though.
Yeah, me neither. It's fine. And also, Dracula spawned in the corner for me, so it's Soj over.
It's making it over for now.
Alrighty. Good luck. Alrighty, everybody. Sorry about that awkward start here, but it's your boy back at it again.
Oh Lord, he's coming!
And I'm coming for number 1.
What do I do? Help!
Thank you, Ikari, for the 19 months. We're racing, myself and Jammer. We're trying out a variation of the most recent tournament settings. I have clickbaited this probably something along the lines of I have solved the randomizer or something like that. I don't know. Oh my God, Alucard has a disease, a skin disease, but that's fine. My idea is we take the previous tournament that just happened. We take the strengths, the weaknesses, all of the things of that previous tournament, and we try something maybe a little bit different. AKA force all bosses to be part of the win condition. So now in order to win the game, we have to not only collect every Vlad relic, we need to also beat every boss in the game. I think this just helps eliminate some of those field bad moments where your opponent skips like 200 checks and you don't, and you're just stuck holding the bag, you know? So my hope is that this makes people play more of the game, but also your choices and your routing still matter in the early game. Oh, I'm so glad I went this way. See? See? Randomizer's still random, guys. Oh God, the skull's gonna hit me. Okay, we're good. But yeah, I don't know. It's just my idea of wanting to, because people have been very much not racing the rando since the tournament ended. And it could just be because people are just burnt out on so many races, because we did a lot of racing. So I just wanted to give like maybe like a, hey guys, we're gonna play the same settings again, but maybe a little bit different. Maybe this time it'll feel, you know, not too bad, hopefully. I didn't need to grab this warp now. This is a little suboptimal. It's fine. It's the dry season. Yeah, I mean, we have more stuff coming down the line later. Like, we have another tournament that's in the works, being planned, the Tidbit 3 Electric Beagle-y. So I think it's fine to have ebbs and flows of activity. I just like the idea of giving people a reason to be active in the community, you know? And if that means trying to have, like, a reason to race again, it was basically the idea. Because I'm really into the idea of having all bosses be a win condition, like all bosses, all Vlads. But if that's not what people want, like, if they're not interested in it, then that's fine, too. I'm not, like, married to the idea or whatever. Because you can't marry ideas. Not yet, at least. Oh, frick off, you stinking book. I should have enough MP for this. Yeah. Give me the bone. This dog wants his bone, please. Don't eat Tide Pods. You can't tell me what to do. You're not my real dad.
I'm interested.
No money. Nothing in the shop that I can purchase currently. This is fine. In fact, the fact that there's no library cards in the shop, yeah. The shop being essentially barren for me is fine. A lot of level ups early on, but, you know, what can you do? $25? PogChamp. So yeah, I don't know. If you're watching this and you have some ideas about requiring all bosses killed for the randomizer, let me know. Whoa. Extend collector to be a win condition of points. Include killing bosses. Don't know if that would play out or not. It's an interesting idea. Dude, hold on. Okay. Different idea, but also somewhat similar. What if we created our own internal point system? Where if you do cool shit in the game, you get points, and it's Tony Hawk Pro Skater. And if you spam the same thing over and over again, you get point decay. Hold on, wait a minute. That's just Tony Hawk Underground? Oh, wrong Tony Hawk, my bad. Tony Hawk, more like... Yeah, no load zones. It's an interesting idea, unironically. I imagine there could be a Lewis script that could easily implement something like this. I say easily as if I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I've made like 2 Lewis scripts in my life and they were dog shit. Okay. Oh, shit. I guess the Vard is putting in a lot more work than I thought. All right. Here's the plan, y'all. Oh, shit. Wait, can I not do the thing that I wanted to do? Can you hit the ceiling from here? No. How do you do this shit again? You hit the ceiling from... here, right? God damn it. I'm losing all my Tony Hawk points! That didn't even go that far. Oh my god. Alright, we're losing all of our points because I'm doing this stupid double jump reset tech. I'm gonna risk essentially skipping... because we have to kill all bosses, there's very few relics that you can actually skip. So one of the relics we could theoretically skip is here in the Alchemy Lab, the, what is that, Skill of Wolf? Normally. So if I do this check now, there's a world where we don't have to come back to Alchemy Lab, which would be kind of nice. Minus 10,000 aura. I'm sorry, y'all. Oh, sword card. I was like, if this is a Vlad, we're in business. Now I look like a dingus. All right. I'll have to keep that in mind when we go back. Like, when we have the opportunity to come back here, like, I have to now decide, is it worth coming back here or not? So there's still, like, decisions to be made, still routing decisions to be made here, even though all bosses is a consideration. It's just... whether it works out or not is a little, you know, debatable. Is this a race? Yes, this is a race. It is myself versus Jammer. And who knows? Maybe this will become the new racing sensation, sweeping the long library Discord. That mana max up would be nice, but that mana prison would also be kind of nice, not gonna lie. Another Vlad. See, this is another check that you could also skip, but I think early on, it's probably worth doing at least a couple of checks to try and find stray Vlads, because we still need all 5 Vlad relics to beat the game. And, like, yes, I got Leapstone on layer 0, but that doesn't mean that Leapstone immediately leads to the next step. We've definitely had seeds where this layer 0 is Leapstone into plus gravity boots or something like that. Or Leapstone plus, Leapstone plus Jewel of Open is layer 0, you know? Yeah, we're trying something new with the color rando. I don't know if I like it or if I absolutely hate it or if I'm mostly indifferent to it. I'm sure some people will absolutely despise the way this thing looks. These item checks maybe are a little greedy. I'm not sure. We'll see. So here's another thing is you could also try and bank on coming back with Mist to do Coliseum because it's like more efficient. But I figure, what if Mist is just here? You see. You ever think about that? Yo, we can Mist Wolf Rise? Is this even randomized? Hold on, guys. This just in. I'm getting word from Mr. Randomizer. There may be a problem, a bug in the code. They put bugs in Riku. When did I get a Tulkas? Hey, yo. I don't remember that. That's the secret. The randomizer's always broken. True. Okay. Well, now it's pretty simple where we're supposed to go. Yo, helping.
I've been sucked dry.
Fist me, Mr. Tulkas, or something like that. Yeah, you know what? Your heart wasn't in it, but I appreciate you going for it regardless. And I appreciate the 19 months of Prime subbing. You're telling me if you have an Amazon Prime account, you get a free subscription to any Twitch streamer on the platform? Once a month? Holy. Yeah, this is a pretty linear seed so far. It wants us to go back to the library. So, my early library check is feeling a little bit silly now. Sadly. But it's like, I would feel silly skipping stuff in the library. I don't know. There is a world where the no, because you want to find early flight if you can. I was going to say, maybe there's a world where you go straight to Outer Wall and entrance and skip, or sorry, you go straight to Outer Wall like I did and then warp to entrance instead. But I don't know. Whee! Boink. The movement. Hold on, chat. Mr. Schmoovy is schmoving. And we do one of these into... no! There we go. Got him. Let's go. Iron Ball, Fire Mail.
Yo, this guy's jerking off at his desk.
Wait,
Yo,
it's not
this guy
here?
has his whole penis out and everything, dude. And he's watching porn.
And I'm out of mana! Dude, I got nothing better to do. I got to jerk off on my desk.
No! This game sucks ass. It's so terrible. Ah!
Thank you, Urblue, for the sub, and Janho. I always forget how to pronounce your name. Regardless, I appreciate the 7 months. Can't wait for more Totally Not Castlevania 2 content. I hope that game comes out, man. Transylvania Adventures of Simon Quest is a banger, and I cannot wait for the full game to release. It's going to be a lot of fun, especially because I recently, if you guys saw, played Castlevania 2 for the first time and actually enjoyed it quite a bit. I expected it to be poop from a butt. Turns out the game is actually good. I got debated, but everyone would fall for this. Yeah. Seeing Leapstone into Mist makes you think that this is the next step in logic, but it's actually just Outer Wall. Oh, Castle Keep, and that's really bad because we started right next to Karasamon. Oh, no, dude. This is the one time... Because when we had that spawn in the actual tournament, the play was to... I don't know. But on the bright side, everybody has to go to the library at least once anyways to kill Lesser Demon, so... Again, the all bosses is coming in clutch, making my decision-making less bad in a way. Like, I'm not as punished. I'm still punished because my route is slightly less efficient than it could have been, because I took 2 trips to the library for nothing, except for a check that was nothing and a boss kill. Whereas someone could do that later more efficiently just to kill the boss. And not only that, I also am running out of, like, I'm going to have to come back maybe for Fire of Bat, which sucks. And that's something that I'm not looking forward to. I'm stoned! Ha! I don't feel so good, Mr. Alucard. I'm on that dank shit. Yeah, CV2 very much ahead of its time.
Stop walking into fire! It's hot! Fire is hot! Ah! Fire burn! Ah!
Thank you very much, Blaze. Speaking of fire, straight fire with that subscription. No! Dude, how did I miss? Oh my god. The pendulum swings. It's so unreal. Meal ticket. Honestly, the fact that CV2 is so ahead of its time makes me happy that someone's like essentially doing a spiritual successor type remake type reimagining with modern sensibilities. It's honestly such a good idea. I'm surprised nobody else, maybe other people have attempted to do something, or maybe they were just more tangentially inspired. But like, also there's no reason for me to go up there. There's one thing for us to do here, and it's just go. Oh, I got the baby jump. Oh, it's gravity boots at the start. You literally get full flight here for no reason, man. Oh, brutal. Every time we did this in the tournament, the correct play was to go to outer wall. It was like the correct play like 90% of the time. Oh, feels bad. And leave me alone. I mean, we followed logic correctly. It's just, this is one of those times where doing the correct logical thing is quite slow. So now that we have flight, it wants us to do flight checks. The flight checks I would like to do are the quick ones. So we killed Crossamon. I want to do All Rocks, yeah. Even though we don't have Jewel of Open yet, but like, I don't know. This is giving me the feeling that Jewel of Open is either next or maybe it's Holy Glasses is next. Regardless, we have to kill this boss anyways. I could be just doing things in the wrong order. I don't know.
I'm getting owned by weed!
That too. McFarlane, thank you very much for the 5 gifted. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Holy. Big support. Alrighty. At least our damage is good. But we'll see. Well, he tried to hit me with the fireball. Is the gravity boots trail different or am I tripping? You're definitely on drugs. Everything about the game looks completely normal right now. I want to just point that out there. None of the colors, sprites, items, relics have been changed in any way. Holy shit, LS with the 10 gifted. Goddamn. Yeah, I'm basically kind of gambling on, because my early game route was less efficient, I'm doing 2 different gambles here. One is that the next progression is blocked by flight, and 2, that the flight locations are going to be in Alrox's quarters, because half of the flight locations we haven't checked yet have been in Alrox's quarters. Because the other 2 checks, it's like the... Oh no, gravity boots. I forgot about gravity boots. So there's like 3 that aren't in Alrox's quarters. It's Fire of Bat, it's the other Alchemy Lab check, and it's gravity boots. So I could have done those first and then saved Alrox for later. But if the next progression item is Jewel of Open specifically, and if it's here, I get to save a lot of time on my route. This also works. The problem is I now need to figure out when am I routing in, what's it called? Oh, I don't have enough MP for this. Frick. I have to route in Hippogriff, which I guess I'll just have to route in with Silver Ring. Because Silver Ring is just such an important check, so that's fine. So yeah, this is going to be Glasses or Jewel, which is fine.
I'm getting owned by weed!
What the frick, dude? 20? What is happening here? Oh my god, again? Wait, I just checked the calendar. It's Give Dragon Blitz Money Day again? Dude, I forgot. Do I hear 30? Give me 30. You guys don't need to do that. This is not an auction for my attention. 30 going once. Oh my god, man. Hey, look. I got nothing else to say other than I am always insanely appreciative and humbled by the amount of generosity this community is willing to show me.
I'm interested in this.
Let's go. Go train, go.
Thank you, Ivan. I appreciate it. Gotta get on that best friends list. The best friends list was a very funny joke for like a few months. And then I thought about it where like it's going to me, it's so obviously a joke that I don't think it'll look bad. But like, I don't know. I think I've become hypersensitive to the way I present myself online sometimes just due to the nature of being such a public person all the time. Like I've broadcasted my life more or less unabridged for well over a decade. And in that time, I've become made aware of like, oh yeah, the way you present yourself, people will spin their ideas about you and make opinions about you based on that. Because I've met people at like events and stuff like that who don't fuck with me because of some dumb shit I've said on stream. And I'm like, oh no, wait, they might have not have gotten all the context, or maybe they just didn't like the joke. And that's also very fair and fine. But I'm like, damn, that sucks, because I know if we just sat down and had a conversation in person, like, this wouldn't be an issue. I've met people who I am, like, very, very close friends with now, who at the time were, like, essentially beefing with me because of some dumb shit I said online. And I'm like, oh shit, like, wait a minute. That's a problem. You know? It's like I have to be more conscious of that stuff. It's not just dick jokes. I think anybody who thinks that I'm crass for making dick jokes or whatever, that's fine. That's just essentially saying I don't agree with the type of entertainment that you're providing. Which is, like, perfectly normal, right? Like, I don't know. I think we can divide, like, actors more rigidly, right? Like, if I don't like... I don't know any names of any actors who are non-problematic. If I don't like the portrayal of Neo in The Matrix, and I think Neo is a stupid dickhead who everyone hates, that doesn't mean that I'm going to go up to Mr. Actor who plays Neo, whose name I am fucking blanking on because my brain is too small and I can't do two things at once. Jesus Christ, my brain is... Keanu Reeves. I don't go up to Keanu Reeves and say, hey, I don't like you as a person because of the way that you acted in a piece of media that was meant to be enjoyed. You know what I mean? I think people see streaming as a more authentic expression of oneself, even when we hyper-express ourselves for jokes and such. And in that way, we are like, oh, who you are on your stream is who you are as a person. Which is like, kind of true, but also not. The ambiguity is part of the entertainment. So I understand why people make those assumptions. But sometimes I'm like, damn, like that was not the intent at all with the statements that I made. That sucks. I don't know. I should maybe think about that and reevaluate how I communicate, you know?
Master Keanu Reeves.
And then other times it's like just the internet doing the telephone shit. That sort of thing. LS for another 5 gifties, thank you. And Ivan, obviously, for the 200, thank you. I don't think I need to really do item checks. The only items that I'm, like, super excited to find, I think, are probably just... yeah, I'll do right side. I think left side, theoretically, could save me time. But since I'm going between castles, I think there's a world where we... do right side and save the library card, maybe? I don't know. Fire of Bat. Damn it.
I'm interested in this.
It's almost like the crazy people that hate actors for a role that they played. Yes, but in a weird way, I don't think it's that crazy. I think it's more so just that, like... think people are just sensitive to parasocial relationships. And we just didn't have a name for it back when it was just people like geeking out over celebrities. And now that anyone can be a micro celebrity, the barrier is just like different, I guess. I don't know. I have mixed feelings and opinions about it. Ultimately is what I'm trying to say. And the internet distorts and inflames many of things. And to be fair, it's not necessarily just an internet problem, it's more of the ways in which you become successful in the age of the internet is via taking advantage of algorithms that they themselves are designed to take advantage of human psychology. So it's just a whole Ouroboros of shit sometimes. And other times it's just honestly genuine nice people just doing their best. You need to be genuine, but it's more of a caricature. It depends. Some people do more or less. It's definitely a spectrum of, like, authenticity. Because I guarantee you, as somebody who has met a lot of, like, streamers, especially, like, in the speedrunning sphere, in person, people that many people would probably deem as, like, I don't know, like that, oh, that to me is the celebrity man. That's the TV man that I see on my TV. Realizing that they don't see themselves that way at all, and they are mostly just living a normal life with a somewhat irregular job, for me has always helped put things into perspective. Because I'll watch them on stream and be like, oh yeah, they were like obviously playing it up for the stream or whatever. And some emotions might feel more or less genuine, but who am I to essentially police that? Like, at what point do you say, this is a genuine emotion, but I'm going to play it up in this moment for the sake of comedy or drama or, you know, entertainment? And how much is that people going to be like, well, this is a genuine emotion, and the reaction is also genuine, when it's more so like, hey, I'm experiencing a genuine emotion, but the reaction itself is, like, overplayed for comedy. Because that happens a lot. A lot of people are like, okay, oh shit, double Varda? A lot of people get mad on stream or whatever, and they start, like, definitely upselling their emotional reaction to it. And a lot of people are like, damn, this must be, like, a really emotionally unregulated, like, person. It's called clip farming. Yes, I'm trying to hyper analyze, categorize this phenomena, but the terminology is already there. It is clip farming, yeah. For sure. I think people can lean into it's just for stream. Well, when you say it's just for stream as an excuse to... Because that's a different thing. See, in my mind, I'm able to categorize these as two different things, right? When you use it's just for stream as an excuse for genuinely toxic or frustrating behaviors, that's one thing. Especially if there's, like, that sort of stuff going on behind the scenes, which obviously a lot of people can't or will never know. Unless people who are close to them come out and say shit. But also there's the... To me, it's different than, like, I'm a little frustrated in this moment, so I'm going to say extra swear words. Or, like, you know, play up my frustration in a way that makes me more dramatic than I actually would be. And, like, if I was just dealing with the shit at home. You know what I mean? A lot of people pretend. Maybe I'm just not in the circles of people who do that, or I don't sit around or engage in circles of people who do that. I don't know. But to me, I think there's also a hard line between certain types of exaggerations of one's character for entertainment. I don't know. So we didn't find Jewel of Open yet, or any progression relic yet. Which is, honestly, I think fine. I think I might do... Because I have the warps, I might go for Modified Right. And see if I can save creature DOP 40 for last. We'll see. I'll get the stopwatch, because I haven't fought Doppelganger yet. There's also the understanding that, like, we're very new and bad to internet as a species. Shit. The printing press is, like, a relatively new invention in the timeline of the human species, you know? So the printing press on Megacrack with algorithmic aspects that are not even human behind them. We're just cooked. Our brains weren't designed to understand. I only say half the slurs as a bit. No. See, to me, I think that's a very obvious bad faith interpretation of, like, what I was trying to say. Maybe. Not to say that you're being bad faith, but I'm saying anybody who attempts to use that as a defense for their problematic behaviors is obviously bad faith. Like, it's so plain and obvious that I don't think it's worth saying it's even close to the same thing that I was saying. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm being too naive. Maybe people genuinely believe that. Right? Because I'm going to say it. There's probably, like, if Leonardo DiCaprio gets a role in Django Unchained, he's saying it as a part of the role, 100%. Now, if he's saying it in his free time afterwards, that's a problem, right? But that's obviously very different than somebody who's just live streaming video games in their bedroom. Now, the modified right is I'm getting the warp for potentially a later play if I need to. I don't get why you should play up your frustration if you're frustrated. Because, this is a genuinely good question, because the answer is that you are, especially in a live streaming environment, you are pressured, not through people, but systems of viewership, of metrics, of money, to provide engagement. Not just entertainment, but engaging entertainment as frequently as possible. And when you are experiencing an emotion, it is much easier to elevate that emotion than it is to essentially craft a completely different one, right? Like, we are not Zen Buddhists who have been training under a waterfall for 10,000 years. Random gamer who plays video games in his room. Most people are
to get people to consume milk.
Genuinely,
The more milk you consume, the more powerful I become.
much like all people, flawed people. Genuinely flawed human beings who have, limited emotional intelligence. So the easier thing is to lean into that. Now, granted, you can do that in healthy ways. You can do that in unhealthy ways. Obviously, like I said, it's a spectrum. So thank you, Yak, for the 49 months. And I'm not saying that is an excuse for people to say slurs. But I'm saying, like, for example, if I miss a wing smash, or I bonk my head here and I say, stop bonking your head like a stupid dumb baby who shits his pants and wants to eat a diaper or wham, or whatever the fuck the sub alert is, obviously that's a joke. But it's me taking a genuine frustration, which is like, oh my god, my movement's so bad. But if I express it as, oh my god, my movement's so bad, all the time, that gets grating, frustrating, uninteresting. Whereas you can instead relay that frustration, relay that experience into something a little bit more comical, a little more over the top. You're essentially just it's like improv. You're taking a scene and saying yes and. I'm assuming people have a level of enlightenment. You guys are not understanding what I'm saying. I'm not saying the guy who says slurs in his bedroom and says it was just a joke, bro, is what I am implying is what's happening. That's cowardice. That's hiding behind a I'm just joking, bro. It was just a joke, bro. But that's not what I'm saying is this the situation, right? Those are completely two different things in my head. I'm able to categorize them as two separate things, two separate phenomenons. To me, that's much more of the why are you mad? I just made a joke, but the joke was just what if a person or group of people I didn't like was slur. That's not a joke. That's just, you know. But they're hiding behind the concept of comedy as if it was like a genuine thing that they cared about at all. Honestly, Alucard might be the vibe, low-key. Just because it swings fast. Yeah, exactly. It's quote-unquote rage bait, when in reality, you were just being an asshole, then you got caught, and then you said, actually, it was a joke, it was rage bait, Lamau. I can't believe you got baited. Meanwhile, the bait was being your genuine self in a moment of weakness and getting called out. You know what I mean? Are you saying I missed a joke, or were you saying you missed the joke was like the excuse? Because I actually think this conversation is like pretty interesting and important for understanding media literacy, especially in the world of online media. I missed the joke about enlightenment. Oh, my bad. Yeah, probably. There's Jewel of Open. God, what a seed. Go to Lost Core. I should probably clarify my statement too. Like, there's a way to play up frustration. Like the head bonk thing, that's a good... Yeah, exactly. Like I said, there is a spectrum. There is a nuance to it, of course. But... And what I'm saying is a lot of times people don't realize that that's intentional. Some people don't have the media literacy, especially for online media, because the blur between like what is real and what is, you know, acting does get blurred. And I'm not saying that that's like a viewer problem or a, you know, it's a genuine, or I'm not saying it's a skill issue on the viewers or it's a underhanded, sneaky tactic from the streamers. I'm just saying, like, we are in a new, emerging media form. Still new. The metas are constantly changing and evolving. And because of this, things are going to feel and be more ambiguous because of that. And I'm just trying to put words to a phenomena that I see a lot of people get confused by, which is, like, people assuming that a streamer is experiencing all emotions equally and like vividly, when sometimes it's just played up for the bit. And sometimes it's up to the streamer to make it apparent and obvious, but other times they want the ambiguity to exist for one reason or another because they think it makes for better content, or maybe they're just trying to protect their ego. I don't know. Everyone should take public speaking course. I think everybody should become a manager of a restaurant. Like a break manager or like a shift manager, because that's where my public speaking course came from. The only reason I say that is because my experience when I took my public speaking course in college was like, this shit is so basic, but that's because I already had the experience being a shift manager for like 4 years. Everyone should get a job at Waffle House. Not Waffle House specifically. But something like that, yeah, why not? I do think the work experience of being like in charge of people and understanding relationships and how to essentially take people's work, their labor, their lives, their livelihood, their perspective, and create situations of genuine teamwork out of it in a system that fucking hates you and is antagonistic to your ability to do well, in my mind, is one of the most socially potent. Nothing here. One of the most socially potent things I've ever done in my life. Like, I learned real fast how to handle people, how to handle problems, how to handle situations. Because it's like, you have 2 people called out on you today. You need to call somebody in. Meanwhile, they're dealing with, like, one reason or another, some other issue. Like, how do you manage this situation? What is your plan to manage this situation? You know what I mean? Like, how do you use your emotional intelligence? How do you use your understanding of people and their backgrounds? How do you use your physical skill set of being able to work to help people through the problems that they're dealing with, to help you solve the problems that you're dealing with? And a lot of that is communication. It's so much of it is communication. It's, hey, I need to talk to you about X, Y, and Z. I know this is a difficult conversation to talk about, but I would like for you to understand that when you do X, this causes Y to happen. And this is a problem, not just for me, but for other people and yourself. And this is something that, like, if you need more help or if you need more, understanding or time to practice something, just let me know and I'll figure it out. I'll do what I can to help you. Those are the types of conversations that I personally am much more passionate about having after being a shift manager, where it's like, I just want everybody to have a decent time. Not a good time, a decent time here. We're all stuck in hell. Let's make it a little bit nicer while we're here. And I spent a lot of time managing people doing that. So for me, when it came to public speaking, it's like, oh, public speaking, no problem. But I guess not everybody needs to be dumped in the deep end like that. Yeah, I think sometimes I forget that my specific experience might be unique to me, that does not relate to, like, common knowledge, like emotional intelligence and conversations and communication styles. Like, this is all stuff that, like, feels second nature to me, but it might just be more difficult, so. The urge to quick grab was real. Yeah, I'm no longer thinking about the video game. I'm just in my mind palace, which means my hands are taking over, which means they want a quick grab. My dirty little hands want a quick grab so bad. Okay, taking that one out of context would be bad. Because people don't know what the fuck a quick grab is. Was I a reverse shift manager too? No, that glitch wasn't discovered until many years after. That's a good one, though. I like that one. Monster file. Okay, I should lock in because I'm doing a lot of item checks I don't need to do. I'm double varded up on a Sunday. I guess I could be looking for library cards, but whatever. Yeah, quick grab Ds. That's understandable. Yes, you're allowed to do that. Oh, I allow it this one time solo. Yeah, I do think working in retail is a very big experience that helps a lot of people grow. For sure. Nothing. It's fine that it's nothing, because, like, whatever. Looking for library cards. Yeah, the 5x check was worth it. I just was like, I'll do it on the way back, No bat either, which is surprising. I'm fairly certain the thing that we're missing is the final Vlad. Oh! Thankfully, this dog can swim. What's the best accessory? Ring of Varda. The thing I currently have 2 of. Equipped. Leaving creature behind was not a good plan. Maybe. I guess there'd have to be a shared complex. I'm not counting complexity, but there could be a shared complexity situation where both Merman and Jewel was on the same layer, and then Final Vlad is there somehow. But I think Bat has to be part of the chain somehow. So maybe it's just Bat at Holy Symbol, which at this point, Bat does not matter. Oh, shit! Damn, I should have grabbed that Mana Prism. I think at this point, the Duplicator doesn't even help. Like, what do I use? What would I like to use it with? I don't have Mana Prisms. I'm not using that much mana in wolf form. I'm double freaking Varded up with the Tolkas. My damage is Insano style. I'm checking this because this could be Soul of Bat, theoretically. Okay. So because we haven't not found progression yet, Girthang's nice. It could be behind Grand Falloon. It could just be at Spikebreaker and Bat is at Merman Statue. Could be Merman Statue Vanilla into Bat. I think I don't think there's a world where the Final Vlad could be behind Grand Falloon, but let's just check Grand Falloon first, just to be stupid, essentially. Okay, I wanted the Buffalo Star, because I think I might switch to Duplicator now. And see what throwables I have. Javelin, Buffalo Star, yeah, good enough. Yeah, I have to do this eventually, so I should always do this one first. There's no reason not to. Dude, javelins go crazy on bosses with multiple hit points. By the way, the reason I haven't killed Doppelganger 10, by the way, for those that don't know, is if you kill Doppelganger 40 before killing Doppelganger 10, you kill both at the same time. It's nothing? Okay. I guess if I'd done it the other order, if the Final Vlad is at Spikebreaker, it lets me do a little bit of a skip, but it's fine. There's also a world where Merman Statue was available earlier. Oh, that would be bad. If Merman Statue is at like one of the checks I skipped, that would hurt my feelings a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. The other thing I have to do also is I have to go through the spike room. Surely I have iframes I can spam, right? Elixir? That's good enough, yeah. Since I don't have a spike breaker. Really? Nice summon spirit, nerd. Dude. Durdrak, look away. I'm sorry. Where's my summon spirit? I don't understand why I'm not getting a summon spirit there. I'm just gonna do this then. Must be some sort of turnaround animation thing. I don't know. It's not mana. It wasn't a mana issue. I think it was me doing something weird with the turnaround animation. Speaking of mana. You know what? Okay. So that's going to be Final Blood. That's fine. Forgot what, where am I? Okay, there we go. Infinite Spaghetti? Oh, shit. Hold. I've been waiting my entire life for this. Yeah, that means we left Soul of Bat behind, probably specifically at what's it called? But I'm not going to go for it. I think Merman Statue has Soul of Bat. I think it's guaranteed to be there. So for that reason, I'm just not going to go. I don't think we're on like a weird split chain situation. Would I rather have infinite spaghetti or infinite pizza? Oh, that's actually a really good question. I think most people pick pizza. Because it's like, spaghetti is one of those things where store-bought spaghetti is like pretty good. Store-bought pizza, pretty good. Store-bought spaghetti and pastas in general, pretty cheap and easy to make on your own. Not as good as like, you know, restaurant quality, for sure. But I think restaurant quality pizza that you could get whenever is just broken. I think the EV is just set up where pizza just makes more sense. Pizza also has more variation. I mean, you could do a lot with, if we just, instead of it specifically being spaghetti but pasta, I think arguably has more variation than pizza. Oof. Yeah, if it's only a single variation, I think you probably pick pizza. If it's any variation, pasta low-key kind of goes crazy. Brazilian pizza has everything on it. I've never tried Brazilian pizza. I definitely should one of these days. If I can find a spot that does Brazilian pizza well, I would definitely love to try it. Pizza will give you a heart attack. I mean, you just don't pick pizza as your meal all the time. You know what I mean? And also, I think you can get away with pizza being done in a way that doesn't give you a heart attack. It might make the pizza less fun. Okay. 52 minutes. This is a relatively slow seed. But also not that slow considering we're forced to kill all the bosses. And also no library cards at all. It's actually not bad. I think we got like 5 minutes left in this to go back to the first castle. Kill creature and Dop. Call it a day. Yes, the teleporter I think is faster this way. With this movement. If I did it correctly. Whatever, man. Does pizza include Mexican pizza? Oh, shit. Now you're asking the real questions. I don't know, man. This is something you have to take up with the genie, actually, that's granting you this infinite pizza or pasta wish. Like, you genuinely gotta ask for, like, can I read the contract, please? You gotta hire a lawyer, for sure. Just because it's infinite pizza doesn't mean you have to eat it. Dude, you could be the... Think about it this way. If you had access to infinite pizza, the amount of corporate pizza parties you would be able to provide, you could become the middleman. You could become the corporate pizza party guy. They hire you to generate, you know, go to, hold on, I'm trying to think of an Italian way to say ChatGPT. You prompt in the... I don't know. Also, I think I need to not... Since I have to do outer wall, I think it's probably better to go from here. And not teleport. Anyways, you get the joke I was trying to make. Was generate... computer, generate me 100 pizzas. Chat Geppetto. Close. You know what, Sestrin? That's close to what I was hoping for, yeah. I'm not going for the secret library card. You know, anything you do with a pasta, you can do with pizza. I mean, you can't make a pizza lasagna. I'm sorry. I guess a calzone is kind of like that, but not really. Also, wait, does pizzas include calzones? That's just Chicago deep dish? Fuck, you're right. That is Chicago deep dish, isn't it? Damn. Nah. Never mind. I think you're right. Maybe there was a world where Soul of Bat was there. I doubt it. But maybe there was a world. Again, I've not really been counting the complexity, but... God damn it. Whatever. I don't have enough MP, bro. I gotta go. Ah. Yeah, getting that mana prism would have been nice right about now, but... we'll see. We just have to get DOP 40 and then we're done. We ended up skipping quite a bit of stuff, so I'm not feeling bad about our route, especially in an all bosses rando situation. Being able to get any amount of relic skips feels pretty good. Is this the Speedrun Rando Challenge? No, I'm racing Jammer right now. We're essentially playing the tournament presets from the most recent tournament. Just with all bosses and all Vlads as the win condition, and just like that, I got all the bosses, so now I'm going to turn around and try and kill Dracula. Yeah, a library card saves 10 billion years, though. And also, if Jammer did the Castle Keep start, he gets Gravity Boots at the start and saves a few minutes over me. So there's a way that Jammer can still be in this, even with the relic skips that I ended up doing. But I felt like I had to do those relic skips because my early game was so bad. And that includes skipping Soul of Bat. So maybe he found Soul of Bat in a way that was, like, pretty convenient. And that also might ruin my chances here. Because my movement is definitely slower than if I had Soul of Bat here. Like, this is way slower. Come on. Oh, I bunked. I'm going to lose the race because of that.
There's a bat coming.
It's so over, chat.
Maybe I'll let it hit me and nothing bad will happen. No, I'm trying to play the fucking game. Dumbass.
Thank you, Remedy. Speaking of people getting mad on stream, who would fucking yell like that? That's so immature. Jesus Christ, calm down. It's just a video game, man. Double Varda. I'm going to go single Varda, Javelin, Buffalo Star. I think it's better. Alrighty, Shaft. It's time to beat it, and by it, I mean you. Oh, alrighty. Surely we still win this race, right? 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 We'll see, we'll see. Yeah, I played this one a little bit like a dingus, but I think the relic skips probably came in clutch. There it is.
Go back whence you came. Trouble the soul
Yo,
of
that's
my
time for
mother
me.
no more.
Jeez, all this time I was thinking, what happened to him?
I didn't go to the left, I went to the right at the start.
You have been doomed ever since.
Still, it shouldn't have taken this long.
I think all bosses just slowed me down. I never found a library card.
For what profit
It took me, I mean, I don't know when I got gravity boots, but it was pretty late. It was probably like maybe
Oh, that's
20
probably
minutes
it.
in.
Damn, that's probably it.
I ended
I
up,
got gravity boots instantly.
yes, I figured the only like route divergence from the start is whether you go to Castle Keep or you go Outer Wall. And I remember when we were doing a lot of Lycanthrope from that start position, it seemed like going Outer Wall early ended up being slightly better on average. And it was technically better for me getting started into the complexity chain properly. It's just that the complexity chain just so happened to lead you to Outer Wall or to Castle Keep for gravity boots.
Out of logic lights.
Yeah. So I definitely
followed the
lost a
warp.
lot of time. Yeah, I think wanting the warp is fair, but my thought was like, oh, if I follow the complexity chain and get flight early, which flight is usually pretty early in Lycanthrope, I can just come back more efficiently later anyways and do like some checks along the way. I don't know. But I don't think there's like a right or wrong play necessarily. It's just that because I ended up finding gravity boots so late, I did end up kind of playing a little unorthodox. Like my route had me go to library twice, so I felt bad about that. And then I had to pick, once I found gravity boots, like which direction I should go. If I wanted to be thorough, I would go back to entrance, do the entrance check, do the alchemy lab checks. But because I had Leapstone and Wolf in the alchemy lab, I did the bat card check, and I said whatever's at skill of Wolf, I'm just going to skip it. I'm just going to leave it behind. And if it ends up being a Vlad, I'm screwed. Because I felt like my start was so bad. So I skipped entrance and skipped skill of Wolf. And then I ended up skipping Merman Statue, which I think was probably Bat. I think that was probably Soul of Bat.
Probably, yeah, because I did every other check. Well, I skipped a lot, but pretty much every other check. That's the only thing that could be bad.
Yeah, so I ended up getting away with a lot of relic skips, just outside of like the boss specific ones. Like I also got to skip Force of Echo because when I was in Second Castle, I did Modified Right to go directly to Galamoth essentially and do all the stuff on the right side. So when I came back to the Second Castle, all I had to do was Creature and Dop 40. And I think
Not sure if that's faster.
so it's not faster, but my thought was like, I'm only leaving behind 3 relic checks. So hopefully I find the relic that I need to go back to First Castle. And if I find a library card at some point, I get to use the library card probably in the most efficient manner, which is like find Final Vlad in First Castle, reverse library card right next to Creature, which is like one of the last bosses I need to do. But I just never ended up finding that reverse library card. So it was a gamble. I just felt behind because of my early game. So I was like, I'll take a less efficient route just to hopefully try and spike some stuff. But I think most of the time save came from just finding Jewel of Open probably earlier and being able to like
because
finish stuff earlier.
I did also find that earlier, but just doing the standard all bosses route, going left and getting
Yeah.
the warp.
Yeah.
But even then, I just fucked up royally after that, and I didn't do Hippogriff very early, or Lesser Demon. I had to go back. So that's fine.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that
And
happens.
then-
I did do Hippogriff late, so I just combined it with the Silver Ring check after coming back to the First
You
Castle.
did Silver Ring?
Yeah, I did Silver Ring because I needed to do Hippogriff,
Damn.
so that was my only reason to do Silver Ring.
I don't know. I feel like when did you do Hippogriff?
As soon as I got back to the First Castle looking for Final Vlad,
Ah.
because I was like, okay, Silver
Plus-
Ring might be Final Vlad anyways, so I'm just gonna go there.
Did you not find you didn't do Dop 40, so you never found the Spike Breaker.
I never found
Cool.
Spikebreaker. Yeah, Dop 40 was the last thing I did, and I never checked the.
I was about to say it could just count, but I guess you just didn't have Spike Breaker.
Yeah, I didn't have Spikebreaker. So for me, it was like I also wasn't really counting because there's like a world where the thing I was most worried about was one of the second castle layer. The second castle layer could have like Jewel of Open and Mermaid statue on the same layer into like bat into Final Vlad or something.
Echo, right?
Yeah.
Echo messes up your count, so you can't really count, but I could.
Yeah.
I fucking forgot to go to Holy Symbol, man, to pick up the Tooth of Vlad.
Oh yeah.
That really shit on me.
Meow. 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 Meow.
But two like semi-important discoveries that I made.
Mhm.
You can actually air brake going right to left. So from the All Rocks Warp to Colosseum, there's a nice air brake you could do. It keeps all your momentum through like the stairs with the spectral sword. Going into the left.
So you don't bonk
That's
on the way over
one.
there. That's nice.
Yeah, you don't bonk, and you still keep all your speed, which is cool.
Nice.
And the other one is I was using Power of Sire and I untransformed. Of course, that makes it go away. But do we think that might help with Bat Pentagram, make it faster to spam Bat Pentagram?
Ooh.
Because if it stops the sort of the cooldown, it stops the item being active, and since Bat Pentagram is just one tick anyway.
I wonder if you could, yeah, if you like quick mist, like mash mist in between bat pentagrams, that might be faster than just spamming pentagrams. I think if you have,
trying to say.
if you have two, I think you can do one per hand. Is the only.
That's different.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about we only have Bat Pentagrams for combat. You got Duplicator, but you only got one of them.
Yeah.
And even then, it's like you still gotta wait for like the cooldown. You can't really alternate like heart refreshes.
Yeah, gotcha. I don't know. The seed felt fine. It felt like pretty normal.
Yeah, I think it's a great showcase of what we were trying to brainstorm here with all bosses. And
Yeah.
the tournament presets.
I mean, we also didn't find library cards. I feel like library cards is one of those things. Like, how does that interact with all bosses, especially with reverse library cards, that sort of thing. But if you want to boot up a nimble light of this as well, I can get that started in a sec.
I think I would like to go eat because I'm very hungry.
Oh, no worries. All
but
good.
if you want to do like a break, maybe ping Race Pager for like 5, maybe 10 minutes. I'll do a run back. Why not?
Sure. Sounds good to me. I could always just practice some 80% stuff in the meantime. But yeah, GG's. Let me know when you're
been cooking, by the way.
I know. I mean,
Advent
I'm surprised he hasn't
a
breaking.
couple days ago.
I'm surprised he hasn't gotten the record yet. I'm waiting, bro.
Dude, in your chat, I think it was your chat or Jupiter's chat. I don't know, probably your chat. I said Advent is gonna plateau like a couple seconds behind Dragonblitz, and then he's like less than a second within you, and my mind is blown.
Nah,
Completely cracked.
dude, he's good. I mean, now that I've gotten a better understanding of like the other games that he's also gotten really good at really fast, like seeing him get such a good time in Aria in a short period of time is nuts. Because the Aria speedrun is not mechanically easy to get into, and to get that good of a time in such a short amount of time in a game that feels so different compared to SotN. Advent's just a gamer for sure.
What category?
It's any percent no 0 HP glitch, so like the main any percent category that most people run. Like it's the most competitive one.
Damn.
Yeah,
He
it's
got good at that one then.
yes. I think he has I think his time is like third place, which is insane considering the top two are like Jupiter, who's had the record on and off for like 10 million years, but I think doesn't anymore, and Chewy, yeah, who's had the record now.
He's just a fucking god.
Yeah, at that
Honestly,
game.
for
Yeah.
that run.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Like to be in the conversation there is kind of nuts because like I've dabbled in no 0 HP just for funsies, and I'm like, oh man, I have to learn all these RNG manips. I have to like practice the clips, like doing the bat zips is like, it is frame perfect, but it's like there's a setup to make it like where it's only one frame perfect input instead of multiple. So it's not that bad, but you still have to like perform them. And then some of the zips are very frame tight where you have to like zip for a specific amount of frames and then unzip. It's crazy. He's a gamer. What can I say?
Well, not learned because it's not consistent, but I did the zips for Aria. They were much more intuitive than the Basilard manip or something like Tasty Meat manip, even though that's not a run anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Alrighty.
Because of Tasty for the manips. I'll be back then.
I'll see you in a bit. GG's, folks. Well, we like to have fun around here. Do you like to have fun? Like, comment, subscribe. Join the live stream, twitch.tv/DragonBlitz. And I'll see you next time, YouTube. Bye-bye. Have a good one. Bye-bye.